What has happened to Sean O'Malley, the young brash kid with the rainbow hair that came off Dana White's Contender Series after a massive knockout? Dana seen dollar signs, thought he was going to go to the moon, but unfortunately wasn't stopped by a small Georgian man twice. Somehow in the second fight, even less impressive, is very weird to me. You take a whole of your offense to get absolutely dominated. But this is where I kind of wanted to start this video. The downfall / what is kind of next and the fall off of Sean O'Malley needs to kind of be studied because it is very interesting. From the jump, Sean O'Malley was the man. He's the only fighter I think everyone can remember from Dana White's Contender Series. I don't think there's another fighter on really off that season one that people remember. I remember Austin Hubbard just because he won the Ultimate Fighter again. But other than that, there's no one else. I think the first part to look at is his record. So Sean O'Malley obviously, came off the Contender Series. He finished Alfred Jose Cuentes, Eddie Wineland, which was a great finish. Thomas Almeida, another good finish. Chris Montero, who I actually have no idea why he's even still in the UFC. Pedro Munoz, eye poke. Okay, Peter Yan didn't win that fight. Anyone with a pair of eyes can fucking tell that. Then somehow got to be Aljamain Sterling. Obviously, Tim Welch yells, go ahead, knocks him out. And then, you come into the Marlon Vera fight, where the UFC tried to build it up to casuals and everyone else that it was this mega grudge match and that there was a number two. No one and their mother knew that fight was going to go any other way than Chio getting battered. It was kind of obvious. It was kind of a bit of a sad Dana White privilege sort of defense of the title, which was kind of the story of Sean O'Malley's career. He came in, young brass, rainbow-haired guy, had finishing ability, very, very, very casual-esque, very, very, very casual money-making, Dana-seen dollar signs like Mr. Krabs. He knew that he had his next McGregor, but it hasn't planned out because, unfortunately speaking, Sean O'Malley has ran into a small Georgian man who is 10 million times better than him, and there's no real argument. I do think it's interesting that you could have two fights with the same person and look worse in the second fight. And, okay, Merab is making a massive jump in his career as well. But it does start to kind of beg the question of, was Sean O'Malley ever that good? Kind of what's next, In hindsight, to my first question, was he ever that good? No, I don't like Sean O'Malley. Let me just get that out of the way. I've never liked the man. I don't like these people that need him in the head. Then they gave the Marlon Chito Vera grudge match, the grudge match that was meant to be the end all of be all that no one and their mother, even the casuals, couldn't care about. And this is why Sean O'Malley has been such a bad pay-per-view draw. He's not this megastar they expected. None of his fights have been interesting. None of these really caused too much. At the start, I thought, okay, we have a big one. Then he started to get too much Dana White treatment, and it's ridiculous. Merab at least settled him down. Merab showed that, obviously, the machine's going better than him. Subbed him in the last fight. Kind of embarrassing, but, he could come back from it. I don't think he can. There's no point of him staying in bantamweight at this point. If Merab's still going to be champion, it'd be a waste of time. The man needs to move up to 145. The man needs to get a higher fight. If he does stay in the division, I think the only fight that's available, because there's no point to putting against Umar, Merab, or Yan. Again, no point to putting any three of them against him. They'll all beat him. There's no genuine point. Hard sell. Sean O'Malley cannot do a pay-per-view without a belt. He's nowhere near a main event star. It's really interesting to see sort of a failed Dana White experiment, or Dana White privileged person failed this badly in the sport. It kind of makes you question to almost how this happened, not more why, because there's no physical way Sean O'Malley should have really fumbled it this badly, but he's completely fucked it. I genuinely don't know where he goes from his career. Fighting Mario Batista, it would have to be a co-main, main card max, nowhere near a main event, no point of real casuals looking at it. He's 30 now, he's a bit older than he probably should be inside the sport the way it is. I understand the UFC did not want to pull a Darren Till and waste his potential, but they did spend a very, very long time. From 2020, he shouldn't have been fighting the likes of Jose Cuentes and Eddie Wineland. That Cheeto fight probably should have come after maybe his first 2 wins in the promotion. Shouldn't have had the Thomas Almeida fight, the Chris Moutinho fight, the fucking Ravina Pereira. That's all just wasting time in his career. It's just was a complete waste. If anything, he's completely failed. Everything has gone wrong in his career, and I don't know where he comes back from this. I really don't. If he has another fight, and it's Mario Batista, no one's going to care. No one and their mother's going to actually give a flying fuck. If Sean O'Malley's fight again, I'll make a follow-up to this. I'll try and find something else to do with him. Don't see the man staying at bantamweight because it's genuinely just a waste of time. But anyways, if you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button, hit subscribe, and I'll see you next one. Peace.